Our impact real-world rule of money for today in this lesson is something called the high cost of waiting. And there's a lot of different illustrations and graphics and different things that illustrate this principle. But this one is one that I particularly like because, one, it's visual, and two, it gives a little bit more of a real-world scenario. So scenario number one, the blue bar graph, is somebody that's 25 years old and they start saving $250 a month. So for a 25-year-old, they go get a job. If they're making $2,500 a month, they can save 10%. Not that big of a deal. And as they get older, now they're 35 years old, maybe they're making $5,000 a month and they should save $500. And then they get to age 45 and they're making $10,000 a month. And if there's anyone that's 45 on this, they're like, yeah, I wish I was making $10,000 a month. Well, but this is an example, and go do it. Go make $10,000 a month, right? But, so here's scenario number one. 25-year-old is saving $250 a month until age 64, as you can see on the bar graph, is approaching $1.2 million. If somebody starts at age 35 because they have all the things they need to do, so they wait, but then they're going to save more money. And so they get to age 35, haven't saved anything, haven't gotten a plan started. They're not necessarily backfilling or anything like that, but they're saving double, so that should help them catch up, right? So that's that yellow bar where they say $500 a month starting at age 35, twice as much as the 25-year-old started 10 years ago, and they don't even come up with $1 million by the age of 64. The 45-year-old starts saving double the 500 at age 45, saves that till age 64, $1,000 a month, barely gets over $600,000, which of course you look at 600,000, a million, and 1.2 million, and all of those sums of money would be nice to have, but which one would be better? You know, a lot of people, when they talk about retirement, sometimes say, you know, I think I could live on about $2,000 a month. I think I could make it on $2,500 a month or $3,000 a month. But it kind of goes back to the car conversation, is what kind of car do you feel more comfortable in? What kind of retirement would you be comfortable with? There's nothing wrong with being comfortable. You're not breaking any rules if you're comfortable and you're living the life that you want. Because the other option is to live a life that you don't want or tolerate or can just barely handle. And so looking at this, showing the high cost of waiting, even if we're going to be saving more later. And to even further illustrate the cost of waiting, this is kind of a blurry graphic, but another one that I like that we can always reference back to is here's a 25-year-old, a 26-year-old, a 30-year-old, and a 40-year-old that are going to start saving $100 a month at 10% interest until age 65. The 25-year-old saving $100 a month gets to $637,000 just by waiting 1 year, saving the exact same amount of money. They fall short $61,000. So you divide that up monthly, that's $5,000 a month to wait. $5,000 a month, just over $1,000 a week that they lose to save $100. And so what happens with money, the difference between math and money sometimes is we look at what we're missing out on when we save. And so I'm missing out on saving $100 a month or $25 a week, but then with compound interest and time, sometimes people might not realize that I'm not missing out on $25 a week or I'm not missing out on $100 a month. I'm missing out, if I'm 25, I miss out on $5,000 a month every time I don't save that 100, because the purpose of saving the 100 is to use it later. So I have to think with my later mind, not my today mind. My today mind says I'm missing out on $100 a month, but I can make that up. Well, that's how the credit card companies make all their money, is counting on people saying, well, I'll pay for it later, right? I'll do it later. Where our later mind is telling us that it's costing me $5,000 every month I don't save that $100 if I'm 25, and if I even learn this at 25. If somebody waits till they're 30, so that's only 5 years, they wait 5 years of not saving $100 a month and start at age 30, it's $250,000 short, and then at age 40, $503,000 short. So the high cost of waiting, that is our real world rule of money for today.